Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the top 5 free-to-play Zetas. This list has been compiled by myself from my own personal experience. The Zetas we will be looking at for this list are Zetas that provide a huge benefit to the free-to-play community and are really free-to-play friendly. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is a collection game, and the more diverse teams and Zetas that you acquire, the overall better experience that you're going to have. If you do enjoy the video, then please make sure that you are hitting that like button, and heck, let's aim for 500 likes on this video. If you're not already a subscriber and want to receive notifications when I upload a video, all you need to do is hit that subscribe icon. So without any further time shed, let's jump into the top 5. In at number 5 we have Kylo Ren. Recently Kylo was adjusted to no longer reset the escape in the tank takedown raid. Due to this change, this character may have lost his usefulness for some members of the community, but nevertheless I'm going to explain why Kylo Ren deserves the number 5 spot on this list today and why you should consider Zeta in him. Before we do that, let's have a look at his Zeta ability. Kylo requires 20 Zetas, 16 Omegas, 40 purple ability mats to Zeta his outrage special ability. This special ability deals physical damage to the target enemy, and if Kylo has full health, inflicts stun for 1 turn. This attack deals 75% more damage if Kylo is below full health, and he also recovers protection equal to the damage dealt. This special ability, combined with his unique Unstoppable, allows Kylo to deal out some insane amounts of damage. Kylo Ren is a very universal character and will perform at an elite level in many lineups. His biggest flaw under the AI control is in the arena. On the offense, however, we have a character here that has the ability to help a player beat teams that have never been previously possible. The greatest perk about this character is that he does not require a team built around him. He can be pulled off your bench and slotted into your lineup to take a team down. In my opinion, as the same for the new Ahsoka Tano, the Zeta is required at high end for Kylo Ren to fulfill his character. The character may not be able to clear phase 1 of the AAT with ease anymore, but he can be used throughout the tank takedown and slotted in many different teams that you may not have had a place for them previously. Kylo is a great asset to have for the Galactic War and will help you get through the teams that you would normally struggle against. His kit allows him to feed off negative effects that are applied to him. He also takes minimum damage from effects like damage over time, burn, expose and death mark. From having a first order tag through to having a starship with the new movie on the rise, there should be more reasons to Zeta Kylo than less reasons to. I Zeted Kylo on day 1 of his rework, and still to this day I do not regret it. In at number 4 we have Darth Vader. This Zeta leadership is one of the best choices a free-to-play player can make. To Zeta his leadership, it will cost 20 Zetas, 10 Omegas and 20 purple ability mats. His Zeta leadership will provide Empire and Sith alloys 30% offense and have a 50% chance to remove 20% turn meter when they damage an enemy. This turn meter removal cannot be resisted. While Darth Vader is alive, enemies immediately regain damage over time for 2 turns whenever damage over time expires on them. We have a leadership that caters to a big portion of characters in Galaxy of Heroes, with many Sith and Empire obtainable in a lot of free-to-play methods. In the arena, Vader isn't quite as dominant as he once was, but there are still a lot of players that run him daily or use him as a backup team. The reason Vader is on this list today is not because of his mild status in the arena, but he serves a greater purpose in the Rancor raid with his turn meter reduction for both Sith and Empire. Mainly speaking, the Rancor raid is a free-to-play haven to obtain many assortments of gear, including Cabantes, stun cuffs and stun guns. Making top 3 within the heroic Rancor is going to guarantee 2 types of random mainstream gear, which can include 4 pieces. For guilds still completing tier 6 or lower in the Rancor raid, 1 or 2 members having a Zeta Vader can mean a big difference for completing that tier 7 heroic. This is going to be giving your guild better gear from the heroic and Han Solo shards. There is more of a requirement for gear that is obtained from the Rancor than the AAT. Generally speaking, gear that you receive from the AAT is currently used to gear characters from gear 10 to 11. Gear obtained from the Rancor can be used gear 7 upwards. His Zeta leadership does not stop at the Rancor and can be used in the AAT Galactic War and even boost the speed of his TIE Advanced. He can even be used with characters like Boba Fett, which creates an unofficial synergy. Vader is one of the first Zetas that you should be looking into. In at number 3 we have Darth Maul. Maul was once the meta. A few things have changed in the mechanics of Maul, but still to this day there are still a lot of players that use Maul in the arena as their main team or again another backup. To Zeta his leader ability you're going to need to have 20 Zetas, 10 Omegas and 20 purple ability mats. This is going to provide your Sith allies with a 20% evasion, they gain 20% turn meter and stealth for 1 turn at the start of each encounter and whenever they evade or are critically hit. They cannot be critically hit while stealthed and gain advantage for 2 turns whenever stealth expires. The stealth and turn meter from this ability ignores taunting allies. If you are one of them players that has been working on the Zeta Vader leadership, it's not a bad shout to also consider looking into Darth Maul. Both Vader and Maul leaderships can transition Sith from one to the other. Arena is the most beneficial place that you're going to be receiving crystals depending on your ranking, but serves as the greatest free to play resource. The higher your ranking, the higher the crystals that you're going to be receiving. The higher the crystals, the more resource you can put back into your game to farm gear and them important characters. Maul's leadership works best with Darth Nihilus, Sith Assassin and other high ranking Sith. On offense with the open and turn meter gain combined with Sith Assassin can almost guarantee that your Sith will make the first move. Defensively and now with the presence of R2-D2 they can struggle to hold on the defense, but nevertheless they are still a great free to play team for the offense. The Sith that you farm for a Maul leadership can also be used for a Darth Nihilus leadership. Galactic War is another place where a Zeta Maul does shine. This is a Zeta if you are wanting to utilise your characters combined with 3 teams at a minimum. This may be the Zeta for you. Coming in at number 2 we have Qui Gon Jinn. Qui Gon Jinn is a little bit more advanced in the free to play sector and is the first light side Zeta on this list today. To Zeta his leadership you're going to need to have 20 Zetas, 10 Omegas and 20 purple ability materials. This Zeta leadership provides Jedi allies with a plus 30 speed, they gain offense equal to 3 times their speed and gain foresight for 2 turns at the start of each encounter or whenever any unit is defeated. A Qui Gon Jinn leadership does work best with General Kenobi, Double Zeta R2-D2, Anakin, Ezra and Yoda for some circumstances. Offensively, they are the most powered attacking team with the increased speed, offense and foresight can be too much for the AI to defend against. Defensively, they are similar to a Zeta Maul leadership, it can lose its place overnight. But I kid you not, on the offense, this Zeta leadership can help you slice through many teams. As mentioned before, it is a more advanced free to play team, not meaning that you're going to need to put money to obtain these characters, but more it's going to take time and dedication to build this team with General Kenobi and a Double Zeta R2-D2. This is another Zeta that also shines in Galactic War and also can be used throughout the AAT. Nevertheless, this is a free to play team that you want to own. In at number 1 is R2-D2. If you were following the rite of passage and you did go with the Zeta Vader, then you're going to have some Empire characters to obtain this droid from the R2-D2 legendary event. R2-D2 has 2 Zeta abilities, both costing 20 Zetas, 13 Omegas, and 20 purple ability mats each. Both of his Zetas are uniques, and the first Zeta is Combat Analysis. While R2-D2 is active, all allies gain 10% critical chance and 10% accuracy. While R2-D2 is active, whenever a light side ally scores a critical hit, it dispels all debuffs on them. His second Zeta unique is Number Crunch. At the start of the battle, R2-D2 gains 10% max protection for each living droid ally, 10% offense for each Galactic Republic ally, 10% max health for each rebel ally, and 10% potency for each resistance ally. At the start of the battle and when R2-D2 revives, other droid Galactic Republic, rebel and resistance allies gain 10% of R2-D2's max protection, offense, max health and potency until R2-D2 is defeated. These 2 Zeta uniques are insanely good depending on what team you are running. For Jedi Resistance and Chase Rebel teams, Number Crunch is the Zeta you should be activating over Combat Analysis. Combat Analysis's main perk is cleansing on critical hits for light side characters only. This may be a unique that you may not need depending on how many cleansers you are currently running. R2-D2 can be used throughout different teams, light side, dark side, because of his support kit, light stealth, stun and his anti-evasion burn negative effect. He is a huge support role to the AAT and can work well for the Rancor with T-Bow and provide T-Bow with a constant dose of stealth. Number Crunch will take Rebels and Jedi to the next level, and because of his faction tags, he will be the character that can transition from one meta to the next. So what is your thoughts on today's top 5? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have your own top 5 of the free-to-play Zetas? Let me know in the comments below. A big thank you to FO Kylo Ren and Sir Loki for helping me with some footage on this video today. You can check out their channels in the description below. All music used in this video will also be in the description, and if you have enjoyed the video today, make sure that you are liking it and helping to support to that 500 likes and subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much for watching today. I'm the Smithie D. May the Force be with you always.